everybody's been talking about online, and I'm just going to sit here and navigate this because I have no idea what is happening. Let's bring in our Kevin McCarthy for this one. We're not talking about movies today. Instead, we're talking about something you may have heard of, a little rap battle that's happening between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Kevin and Joe, you guys were just in the same place at the same time and didn't see each other.
But I'm still wearing the same clothes because I didn't get home until 2 a.m. last night because my flight got delayed. So I'm actually sleeping right now.
Guess what?
You can't tell.
Right
Me too.
Really?
Me too. I'm still on the tarmac at DCA.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, you're a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. Joe, you were too.
Huge Kendrick Lamar fans.
But you have seen this play out with other rappers.
Yes, I have.
If you will. And then why, I guess your take first, why is this one? Why are people talking so much about this one?
Because it's two titans in music. Drake represents like a huge part of not just hip-hop. Drake has crossed over into pop and everything else. He hosted Saturday Night Live. He's gone to the White House.
So mainstream, if you will.
He's super mainstream. Okay. He's a Canadian rapper. Whoever thought in a billion years that we would have a Canadian rapper be the #1? But then Kendrick Lamar is more for purists. Kendrick Lamar is more of a sort of along the lines of the hip-hop that I grew up with. So
he's from Compton, right?
And he is from Compton. So you have Toronto and Compton.
Which is a really a hotbed for amazing rap and for people that really... I mean, when you saw the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, that was that big moment for Kendrick Lamar representing West Coast rap.
Drake, Kendrick, the whole NWA, Serena Williams, Venus Williams, that's Compton. And so Meghan Markle is Compton. She's from Compton.
She won't claim that, but yes.
Right, exactly. So this beef has, and this is the other reason everybody's paying attention, the way that this beef kind of played out. And I think we can both agree that this played out differently than anything I've ever seen.
Was it because they were dropping things so fast?
Well, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about hip hop compared to Joe. Joe is hip hop legend. He was there with the Nas Ether takeover, Jay-Z.
The Nas and Jay-Z beef.
You were there for the Pac and Biggie stuff.
I was sat in the middle of the East Coast West Coast beef.
I would argue that Ether by Nas is arguably one of the greatest diss tracks of all time.
It is.
But a couple of things I do want to note. The Drake and Kendrick beef to me was already over in 2013 because when Kendrick,
so there's already
there's history. There's
Kendrick dropped it. Well, so obviously Drake appeared on Poetic Justice on Good Kid, Mad City, one of the greatest albums of all time, following Section 80 and Black Hippie. But there was a track that Big Sean was putting out called Control. And Jay Electronica and Big Sean and then Kendrick. Kendrick dropped a bomb on this track. It was the sickest diss ever. It was the nicest. Hey, it was like, listen, I'm the best of all time. Join me on my level. And he called out Drake, J. Cole, everybody.
He called out Big Sean on Big Sean's record.
Right. And Sean then took the track, apparently off the album. It leaked. And so the reason I bring that up is because once this beef started with, obviously, with First Person Shooter, with J. Cole and then Drake, and then Like That came out with Kendrick then
on somebody else's record.
Right. And so my whole thing is I never thought that there was a competition of whether or not Drake was better than Kendrick. Kendrick was already goated at that point, in my opinion, in terms of those two rappers. But I will say that this particular beef, as you know, I just don't want it to turn violent. That's what I'm worried about.
Let's talk about that for a second, because we've been seeing some video about the incidents that have happened in Toronto outside of Drake's compound, I think you could call it, is better than a home.
Right.
His security guard was shot in pretty serious condition. And then we know not long after that there was an attempted break-in on the property there as well. So there have been several incidents where we see police there in Toronto. And it begs the question, given what we've heard, is it related or is it people acting upon what they're hearing?
And that's what my post was about. There was, when Biggie and Tupac had this beef, there was a ton of people on the outside who just fueled the flames. And then, let's say there's just one person who can't take the heat. He's like, I gotta do something. And then you saw fights breaking out in clubs and other things happening, and people who had nothing to do with the records start coming in with this horrible energy, and that's the energy that I'm afraid of with this one right here.
I do want to add one quick thing, just going back to the point that that Joe was making about the generational aspect of kind of Kendrick and who he is as a rapper, and Drake who he is as a rapper. I said this to you the other day, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think Kendrick is the best of Pac and Biggie combined. He's the poetic nature of what Pac could do with his storytelling, and then he was the lyrical metaphor genius that Biggie was. When I heard "Give Me the Loot" for the first time, Ready to Die, and I heard Biggie doing the characters, right? And then I heard Kendrick playing with that on his tracks as well. Even on Control, he does a bunch of characters. So to the point we're making, Drake, while they're both commercial rappers, I mean, Kendrick is a major rapper. He sells out Tap One.
And I mean, and the fact was that at the Super Bowl, a lot of people were mainly talking about, yes, it was a huge show, but Kendrick's part really stood out to so many people.
I just don't want violence.
I brought up the
West Coast go ahead and put it like this. Kendrick is like that. He is like that.
Yeah. All right, you guys, there's obviously so much more we can talk about. Let us know what you think. Hashtag DMV Zone. This hopefully will continue, at least on the artistic part, exactly. On the records, not out on the streets.